Here's the thing. Afterwards, I did some research about this to see if other people are receiving emails like this. And yes, in fact, a lot of people are receiving emails like this. Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I upload videos every single Mondays and Fridays, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. When you're talking about cyber criminals, it gets a little bit stressful because they're very hard to catch. The next best thing is to talk about the newest cyber crimes going on so that you are informed and can make informed decisions for yourself and how to protect yourself from being a victim of these certain cyber crimes. So on October 10th, I received this email. You downloaded my malicious software. You can complain to the police, but nobody can help you. I am a foreigner, so they cannot trace my location even for 5 weeks. This is my last warning. We upload a malware to your device. We had access to your web camera at the moment you went to a porn web page, and now I have the video material with you touching your intimate parts. Your contacts are copied to my disk, so if you ask us to keep this secret, you must pay 1,000 USD in Bitcoins. Use this wallet address to pay, something like a credit card number. If you write back to this letter, my server will immediately send you proofs that I can control your device. So right after you answer, you will receive new payment details and you will need to send 10,000 USD instead of the first amount. When I first received this email, and my first response to receiving this email for me, I thought it was funny. I even tweeted about it here, and I thought that would be the end of it or whatever. Then what happened was I received another email from the same email, but the way that this email was written, it was like written by a different person, and it was demanding a different amount. So the next one is entitled on October 18th, so this is 8 days later than the first email. Hello victim, I write you since I put malware on web page with porn which you have viewed. My malware captured all your private information and turned on your webcam which captured the act of your wank. Just after the virus saved your contact list. I will delete the compromising video and data if you pay me 400 euro in Bitcoin to this address for payment. I give you 30 hours after you open my message for making the transaction. As soon as you read the message, I will know it immediately. It is not necessary to tell me that you've sent money to me. This address wallet is connected to you. My system will erase automatically after transfer and confirmation. If you need 48 hours, just open the calculator on your desktop and press +++. If you don't pay, I will send dirt to all your contacts. Let me remind you, I see what you're doing. You can visit the police station, but nobody can't help you. If you attempt to cheat me, I will see it right away. I don't live in your country, so no one can find my location, even for 9 months. Goodbye. Don't forget about the shame to ignore. Your life can be ruined. Whoa, very serious stuff right there. Okay, so after I received the second email, obviously I knew this was a scam from the first email, judging by the fact that I tweeted about it right afterwards. Here's the thing. Afterwards, I did some research about this to see if other people are receiving emails like this. And yes, in fact, a lot of people are receiving emails like this. And the thing that I found that kind of gives away that it is a scam is A, if you are truly being blackmailed over this compromising video, you would have received some sort of proof in the initial email, like maybe like a screenshot or something like that of the compromising video. Second of all, my personal opinion is that this is not even blackmail worthy to begin with, even if they did have this compromising video, because I mean, okay, so let me just research here. Average amount of people that view, I don't know, first porn website that came to my mind. So one of the leading porn websites in America had about, in 2017, 81 million visitors per day for a staggering 28.5 billion visitors for the entire year. So just to put things into perspective, if this were to happen to you, don't think that, you know, you're like the only one. There's a good chance that other people on your contact list do the exact same thing. And honestly, I don't think it's blackmail worthy. I just don't. Would it be a little embarrassing? Sure. But is it the end of the world? No, it's not the end of the world, and it's certainly not worth putting yourself in financial hardship over something so trivial as this. The next thing that I want to talk about is why I think I received this email. Well, this particular email that I received this email on is an email for some reason. It keeps getting signed up for crap that I don't even sign myself up for. It keeps getting put on spam lists or whatever, so I just think that's what happened. This was put on a spam list. These criminals, these cyber criminals, are just mass targeting emails from spam lists and hope that, you know, some people, they pay up. And it's really sad because some people, they're like, you know, they're really worried. Oh, well, maybe I did visit a porn website and like I don't want that footage to go out. But at the end of the day, just in my personal opinion, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just don't. I mean, would I be embarrassed? Like, yeah, sure, I would be like a little embarrassed, but again, like I said, like life goes on, it's not the end of the world. I certainly would never give money to these criminals, especially over something so trivial as doing something that is natural. For the most part, most of these emails, they're fake to begin with, unless they have, even if they address you by name, even if they put it, I've seen, like, when I was doing my research, some people have received this email, the title of the email was like a password they had to something. That doesn't mean anything. For you to take it seriously, from what I've like read online, they will send you some sort of proof. They have said compromising evidence of you, you know, doing that. The point of this little rant, this little spiel is, if you receive an email saying that they have this compromising evidence and they don't include proof, it's probably more than likely fake. Even if they have some of your personal information, like these kinds of lists, something else could have been compromised. So an example on how these criminals might receive some of your personal information, such as a name and a password you have to a particular site. The sad thing is that a lot of people use the same password for a lot of different things. So these, you know, criminals are counting on that, you know, to try to make it seem more serious to you. So for an example, I received an email from WordPress. Now, I haven't used WordPress in a very long time. When I first started my blog in 2011, I used WordPress. I had problems and issues with WordPress. I've actually changed the platform my blog has been on 4 different times through the years, and I'm really happy with my current setup. But in order to get there, I had to go through a process of different platforms, and one of the first platforms I went on was WordPress. And I received an email that my login credentials were discovered on a list of compromising accounts published by security researchers. So basically what this means is that a database for something else that I used was compromised, and the researchers picked up the same password that was in that database that I used for this WordPress thing. Now, the thing is, nowadays, like this is back in 2011, I don't even remember what the password was for this WordPress thing, but now every single account that I have different passwords, and they're not even variations of the same passwords. They're different passwords all together. So what I recommend for you is to make sure, like, it is so important, because if one thing, like, it's usually not your account personally, but sometimes databases for a certain thing that you're using, it gets hacked and they have access to your password. And then if you have that same password for everything else, that gives these criminals access to pretty much all of your things. So it's so important to have different passwords for different things. And not only that, whenever possible, it's very important to always have 2-step verification on. If you get the option to do the Google Authenticator app, do that. Instead of the 2-step verification via text message, do 2-step verification through the Google Authenticator app. I use both because not all things that I use are compatible with the Google Authenticator app. Another thing that I wanted to touch up on is phishing emails, and I'm going to show you an example from Apple. So this email that I received from Apple says that they've sent notifications on the latest issue of my Apple billing information, updated receive on an email result on August 11, 2018. the following changes have been made to your Apple ID, blah 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 blah. And it even says the login detail is in Egypt, operating system is Windows. I don't use Windows, I only use Apple, like MacBook and my, you know, Apple phone, whatever. Okay, so first of all, this isn't not even my Apple ID. Another good indicator is clicking on the from and seeing the email it's being sent from. And usually it's something completely random and non-official. It's meant to trick you, to make you look like that your account had been modified in a way that you did not approve of, and it's basically to trick you into clicking links inside the email so that they can gain access to your things. So don't click links in emails. Double check to make sure that the email is in fact from Apple. Even like this one, it looks pretty real. It has a little Apple symbol in the corner, but the email that we received it from, A, wasn't from Apple, B, that is not my Apple ID. But that particular email is consistently being under attack. I don't know why. That email is used for junk mail anyway, so whatever. People want to waste their time, it's up to them. Another email that I got from Apple is this one right here. It's saying, hi, customer. So first of all, something you'll notice in both of these emails is neither of them refer to me by name. One of them refers to me by my email. The other one refers to me by customer. A genuine Apple email will address you by your name. Your Apple ID will be disabled because of some violated policies. The following changes to your account were made on 19 August 2018. We've noticed that some of your account information appears to be missing or invalid. We need to verify the account information in order to keep continuing using your Apple ID. Please open the attached file and verify your Apple ID before 24 hours or your Apple ID will be disabled. Thanks, Apple customer support. So in this particular scam, the scammer wants me to open this PDF file. And what's going to happen when I open this PDF file is it's going to download the virus to my phone. This is not a legitimate email. First of all, Apple wouldn't send you a PDF file to click. That makes no sense. None whatsoever. Again, this isn't sent from Apple. This isn't a legitimate email. Protect yourself. Don't click on links. You know what? These scammers are trying to earn your trust by making the email look familiar to you. Look to see where the email, click where it's coming from to see if it's truly from Apple. First of all, this title for the email, it's too long. It makes no sense. When Apple sends you an email, it's not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines long. It's going to be a simple line. Okay, so another email that I've received, and this is impersonating the Canada Revenue Agency, which is equivalent to the IRS in America. And speaking of the IRS, there's a lot of IRS phone frauds going on. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go into YouTube search bar and type in IRS scam. Basically, people from like other countries are calling American citizens, and actually I've heard of cases of them calling Canadians as well, basically threatening that they're going to get arrested if they don't pay whatever taxes that they didn't know that they owed, and they want you to pay in iTunes gift cards. So don't fall for that either. And if you want to know more about that, like I said, you'll see thousands of videos of this IRS scam that's going around. Educate yourself. Okay, so this next one is from the CRA, which is Canada Revenue Agency. Dear taxpayer, after the last annual calculation of your fiscal activity, we've determined that you are eligible to receive a tax refund of $521.51. Regarding this, please complete the refund form and mail it into the address from the second page. Your refund reference number is blah blah blah, refund amount $521.51. To access the form for your tax refund, please click here. Note, for security reasons, remove the form from your computer after printing. Thank you, Canada Revenue Agency. Sounds great. $521? That sounds fantastic. Now give me my money. Okay, this is fake on so many levels. First of all, it says, Dear taxpayer. It doesn't say my name. I have my own online account where I check like what's going on with my like tax account or whatever. If I need to make changes to my address and my name, I have an online account with Canada Revenue Agency, and they do email me from time to time. And if I let's say for example I like filed my taxes, and then once they've processed it, I will get an email from Canada Revenue Agency just saying, hey, there's a new message in your account, go sign in on your Canada Revenue Agency website, and that's it. In the email, there will be no link for me to click on. they will address me by my name, and they will never tell you what it is that they're trying to reach you about. They opt you to go online to their website and to see what messages you have, and by logging in on their secure website, and they will not put a link to their website in the email. I don't know how it is in the States. I assume it's probably something similar, but they will not put any links in the email. They will direct you to, like, pretty much go to Google, type in Canada Revenue Agency, my account, and sign in that way. Another email that I got was, "Dear CRA customer," again, not talking to me by name. "Notice of assessment," and then my email. That's not even my email that I use to sign in on my revenue agency thing anyways. "In accordance with Canada Services Authority, CSA regulation, CRA notice of assessment is adding an additional layer of security to better protect your privacy and your tax refund account. You have received an income tax refund of $731.49, account ID and email ID." This is another great example of a fake email because there's a dollar amount on there. If I'm eligible for, again, like I just said earlier, if I receive my tax assessment of the full rundown of like what's going on with my taxes, if I'm getting a refund or if I owe taxes, whatever, Canada Revenue Agency will send me an email, but they will never put the details of the assessment within the email. There will be no dollar amount. They will prompt you to go to the website and sign in online. So that being said, I just wanted to make this video because it's, you know, it's really difficult to actually catch these cyber criminals. But the next best thing is to raise awareness and to let you guys know, and I know I only have a small following, and I know only a small percentage of you guys are going to actually see this video, but even if it helps just one person, then it was totally worth it. And I guess that's the next best thing that we can do, is just to raise awareness and let each other know about whatever scams are going on so that we can protect ourselves from these criminals. I don't know about you, but I don't want them to earn a single penny from me or you guys. So protect yourself. Rule of thumb is to have different passwords for everything. I know it's really annoying because you have to have an uppercase, lowercase, some numbers, and sometimes you have to have like some sort of symbol or something like that in the password, but you know what? It's worth it. You have to protect yourself. You need to have different passwords for each of your things. You also need to have your two-step verification on for everything as well. Definitely take your time and do that. I know it's a pain in the butt, but you got to protect yourself. Don't worry about these emails. That if you receive any kind of phishing emails, just ignore it and move on. So with that being said, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel. I just said that. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.